In the late 18th century, Europe was a patchwork of monarchies, republics, and empires, all vying for power. But one man would rise above them all, redoing the borders and reshaping the European continent forever. Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon was born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, a strategic Mediterranean territory that had just been acquired by France from the Republic of Genoa. His Corsican roots gave him an outsider's perspective, but his military brilliance allowed him to quickly rise through the ranks of the French army. The French Revolution had left France in turmoil. Napoleon seized the moment. His strategic use of terrain, mobility, and speed led him to a victory in Italy, where he outmaneuvered Austrian forces in the Alps and Po Valley. His 1798 Egyptian campaign showcased his ambition to control trade routes, but the British Navy, led by Admiral Nelson, crushed his fleet at the Battle of the Nile. By 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French. His military campaigns would span across all of Europe, reshaping national borders. One of his most famous victories was the Battle of Austerlitz in 1805, known as the Battle of the Three Emperors. Here, he used the terrain to trick the Russian and Austrian armies, leading to a decisive French victory. But Napoleon's expansion had its limits. His invasion of Spain in 1808 triggered the Peninsular War, where guerrilla tactics, aided by the rugged geography of this region, drained French resources. The British, under the Duke of Wellington, took advantage of this situation and turned the tides against Napoleon in Iberia. Napoleon's greatest miscalculation came in 1812. When he invaded Russia, geography played a crucial role in his downfall. The vast distance, harsh Russian winter, and the scorched earth tactics of the Russian army left his troops without supplies. The retreat from Moscow, though snow-covered plains, resulted in a big catastrophic loss. By 1813, Napoleon faced a coalition of European powers. The Battle of Leipzig, also known as the Battle of the Nations, marked a turning point. Over 600,000 soldiers fought in the largest battle of the Napoleonic Wars, and Napoleon's forces were decisively defeated. In 1814, Paris fell and Napoleon was exiled to the island of Elba, off the Italian coast. But his story wasn't over yet. He escaped in 1815, returning to France for a final attempt to reclaim power, in what became known as the 100 Days. Napoleon's last stand came at the Battle of Waterloo. The geography of the battlefield played a crucial role, as the British under Wellington used high ground effectively. A combination of British resilience, Prussian reinforcements, and muddy terrain led to Napoleon's final defeat. This time, there was no escape. Napoleon was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, far from European politics. He would die there in 1821, marking the end of an era. Though Napoleon's empire collapsed, his influence endured. He reshaped Europe and spread revolutionary ideas, introducing legal reforms like Napoleonic Code. His story is one of ambition and strategy, but also of how geography, rivers, mountains, winters, and the vast distances played a pivotal role in his demise.